y'all doing? Happy Monday to you. I hope your weekend was good. What did you do? I did not a lot and a lot all at one time, but either way, it feels like the weekends go by so fast, and like before you know it, it's Monday again. But it was a good weekend. We got in like family time, friend time, cleaning, planning, organizing, like all the things. I organized the boys' room, which needed to be done so bad because boys are gross and messy. And they had this area that was like this toy box situation. Now, they're 9 and 16. They don't need a toy box. It was more helpful when we first moved in the house like 3 years ago because he had all these different random toys. And I pulled them all out. I emptied the toy box. I ordered these organizers to organize one for his Nerf guns and like other toys and Nerf bullets. And then one like it's almost like a hamper. It hangs over the back of his closet door. And it's got zippers going all up and down it so he can reach in and like get things out of it, but it holds all his like basketballs and frisbees and swords because we have a lot of swords for whatever reason. I don't know if other boys have a lot of swords, but we have a lot of swords. So it worked out really good, and I'm super excited for them to have a more open space because it was so bad and chaotic that like you couldn't even shut the closet door. It was all just kind of crammed into this corner of his room. And so anyway, that has been eliminated. The toy box is on the curb, and the smell already is much better in that room because again, boys are gross and messy. But maybe it's just my boys, I don't know, but I love them either way, messy or not. So what are some things that like you teach your kids that you weren't taught? I feel like in this generation there's a lot of that stuff because we worry about things as parents in 2026 that we didn't worry about in the 80s or even the 90s, because I had a kid in the 90s too, and these were not things we were concerned about or told to be concerned about back then. So it's a lot more like pressure on one hand, and it's a lot more like we're more mindful of like our kids' mental health and like the expectations we put on our kids and like their emotional needs. Like you didn't worry about that stuff in the 90s and before. I could not imagine my parents ever asking me like how my mental health was or how I felt about something as a kid. Not saying that they're bad parents, they're great parents. They weren't asked those questions either, so they didn't know that they needed to be asked. So it's just like things have really evolved in the past 20 years parenting wise. But what's something that like you're teaching your kids because you didn't learn that as a kid or from your parents? Like I've got weird stuff, like simple stuff, like I didn't learn to like clean my house on a Saturday until I went to treatment, and Miss Sharon taught me that like you clean your house before you leave on a Saturday. I didn't know that. Like that was just one of those things that I learned as a grown-up. And then there's been other things recently that I like, different self-care things and like different ways of doing things that I'm learning now at like 40, how old am I? 45? I think I'm 45. I'll be 46 next month, something like that. But like they're things I'm teaching myself now. And I think a lot of it is that there are things that one would assume a person just knows, and I'm not a person who just knows things. Like I have to be shown, I have to be told you have to do X, Y, Z in order to complete this task, because my brain doesn't, like if you tell me I have to clean my room, I don't know what that means. Like you need to tell me you need to pick up the trash, you need to take the dishes, you need to pick up the clothes off the floor, you need to sweep, you need to mop. And I do that for my kids now because it's not anything that was explained to me. So it has only made sense to me in like the last 7 years that I've really been a grown-up in recovery, trying to learn how to function as an adult. So those are the things that I make sure I take the time to tell my kids now. Like Eliza, if she's supposed to clean her room, she's like, Mom, can you make me a list? So I guess her brain works like that too. Like she wants a list of like, do A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And that's the, what you do to complete this task. So I don't know. Does anybody else do that? Do you have to have it explained to you? I have to have everything explained to me. Or I'll Google myself to death. I don't know. Anyway, just stuff I'm thinking about today. I hope you've had a good Monday. Okay, I love you, bye.